I got a call that's glitching. I made $35,000 that day.
Hey, you guys, we just interviewed Ghost. We actually interviewed him about a year ago. It was a 5-hour long video. We've taken parts of the original interview and we've also had him come back on to tell additional stories. It's a clean, new interview with new material that hasn't been seen yet. Please check it out. I really do appreciate it. Thanks.
I had a neighborhood friend. He was just like, oh, you ever heard of robbing? Like slash and run, something like that, in that nature. And I'm like, yeah, I heard of it. He was like, yeah, you want to do that? And I'm like, yeah, I'm down. Cool, whatever. That's what we're going to do. So we started out like going to like by bars. Like we used to wait at his house till like around 2, 3 in the morning. And basically, we go out to this secluded place where like people leaving the bars, they drunk, and it was just crazy. Like it started off as us, like we would just run by, slash their phone out their hand, cause this when our phone didn't have the iCloud lock.
Right.
Like you could just plug it in iTunes and just reset the phone or whatever the case may be. So that was the thing. So we were just on straight grab electronics, just iPhones, boom, just walking. They standing on the corner, walking home on their phone. And that was easy. Everybody always walk around on their phone, head down. So that was easy. We just slapped your phone, boop, boop, boop. One day, he came to me. He was like, oh, I got this gun. Like somebody gave me a gun. And I'm like, oh, wow. So this is my first time being introduced to a weapon. I'm like, okay. Like that's what's up. I didn't really think nothing much of it at the time. He was just like, yeah, you know what that mean, right? And I'm like, yeah, you got a gun. Like that's cool. You get to walk around with it. Nobody go mess with you no more. He was like, nah, we could rob people with this. We don't gotta slash and put people in chokeholds if they don't want to freaking give up their phone. Like we could just. This is gonna be easier. We just point the gun at them and just take the phone. We don't gotta shoot them. We don't gotta do anything. They just gonna be scared. They see a gun. And I'm like, oh okay. Like we'll see how it work out. So,
how old were you?
At this time, I was 17.
Okay.
I was 17. So at this time, we go out, we test it out. Whatever the case. This didn't last too long, by the way. We went out, had a couple successful one. I remember this one guy, he had a laptop, and like the friend I was with, he was a little bit older than me. Like that's another thing. He was a little bit older than me. And I guess like he kind of done it before. Like you could tell when somebody did something before. Like I could tell like you not new to this. Like I'm over there all racing. I'm scared out my ass now because now it's a gun and I kind of know like, oh yeah, I know this not good if you show them a gun and take something from them. I know it's just not good. You know what I'm saying? So I was a little scared. You know what I'm saying? I was a little scared. No, I was scared. I might even say that I was scared. So we doing it, boom, We couple of days go by. And I remember this one time we were just out walking. We didn't really feel it. Like we didn't really see anybody. It wasn't really nobody outside. I guess people was hearing like people was getting robbed over here. At the time, I didn't know why I don't see nobody. So it was just weird. So we just like and we used to take the train to go do this. We used to get on the train, go somewhere, blah, blah, blah. So we walking back to the train. We like, you know what? We just gonna go home for tonight. It don't look like a good day. We don't think we're gonna get somebody today. So as we walk into the train, right before we get to the entrance, I remember he looked across the street and he seen a guy like walking like with a briefcase and a kind of like a suit, like a trench coat. He had a trench coat and a suitcase. So he looked at me. He was like, "What you think? We got one?" And I'm like, "Man, I don't." And he just runs off. I'm like, man, I chase behind him. So he run into him. I'm over there running behind him. He's straight and he's like, it's just so funny. Like, cause we talked about this after and it's like, he's a professional. He's get on the fucking floor. You motherfucker, get on the floor before I fucking kill you. Like he's animated, like he's trying his best to scare the shit out the person. So So my job always with the thing is send a police report too. Like I will always just be the one just going and just grabbing the phone and just running.
Look at these 11 pages. This is what a data broker claims to know about you. Your addresses, phone numbers, even relatives' names. And guess what? They're selling it. Anyone can buy your information for a few bucks. Scammers, stalkers, whoever. I've seen enough scams in my life to know just how dangerous this is. These companies are making billions selling your privacy, and we're the ones left vulnerable. That's why I use today's sponsor, Aura. Aura fights back by automatically finding where your information is being sold and scrubbing it off those sites. And it keeps it off. Other services claim to do this, but Aura does more. Alerts if your information hits the dark web, real-time fraud alerts for your bank account and credit, 24/7 monitoring, a secure VPN, antivirus, password management, and even $5 million in identity theft insurance. Bottom line, Aura gives me peace of mind. I'm not leaving myself vulnerable, and neither should you. Try Aura free for 14 days at aura.com/Matt. In 2 weeks, they'll be scrubbing your information off broker sites. That's aura.com/Matt.
He would just do all the aggressive work because that's what he liked it. That's what he liked it doing. So he runs to him, gun on him, boom. He had a phone, wallet. He had keys. I don't remember taking the keys, but it's in a report that we took his keys. Or took his keys, wallet, phone, boom. Okay, good. We run right by the train already. We run across the street, run down the train, running. And you know the turnstile in New York City, like they have the turnstile where you got to pay to get through. So we running, jump over it, boom. So we jump over the turnstile and it's like, these the turnstile and there's the stairs on both sides. So it's either one. This train is going this way, one train going the opposite way. So we jump on the turnstile. As we running towards the stairs, we hear the train just pulled up. Like we heard the train just pull up. So we like, all right, so we're gonna hurry up and try to catch this train that just pulled up. It was just perfect timing. Like it was amazing. Train pulled up. People already coming out the train, walking up the stairs. So we seeing people walk up the stairs. And out of those people walking up the stairs, we see a female and a dude. And they pull out their badge, freeze, police. And then they pull out their firearm. They pointed at us. So he bust a U-turn, I bust a U-turn. We just start running. We run out the train station, run up the steps, hit the corner. The first corner we hit, I seen him toss the gun under the car. Toss the gun right there. We running. I'm like, bro, I'm not gonna lie. I smoke too much grass. I can't do this for him. We ain't even get nowhere. We just got on the first block and I'm telling him like, listen, I can't run for too long. So he's like, all right, we go in one of the houses. It's like a house. It's like a block with houses. It's not like houses in Florida. It's like houses. It's like the sidewalk. Then there's the steps. You walk up, boop, to the house. So the house is just like right there. It's just house, right next to each other. Like they basically connecting. So we jump over somebody little gate, because it's a little gate up to my waist. Jump over the gate, we didn't even bother to open it. Go behind the grass and we just laying there. So as we laying in the grass, we hear, as soon as like probably 30 seconds later, we hear a cop drive by, like fuming, like you hear the acceleration, and then you hear the brakes, so they stop. Heart beeping, boop, 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 boop. You hear the door open. I guess it was two people walking on the block, and they stopped them. They was like, yo, did you see two guys run by? You could hear them talking. It's the middle of the night, quiet as shit. You could hear everything. You seen two people run back? I guess they said no. Closed the door, heard the door close, drive again. Woo, they drive off. Minutes after that, I stuck like we sitting there, we like, yo, we just gonna stay here. If we gotta stay here overnight, listen, we gonna sleep here if we have to. Like, if that's the case, I'm not rushing to go to jail. I'm not rushing to go back home. So we laying in the grass. All of a sudden, we see lights like shining on a building, like on the houses across from us. Because it's the blocks, houses on each sides facing each other. So we start seeing a flashlight, like just on the houses, like just going around, and it's getting closer. It's getting closer. It's getting closer. So all of a sudden, this dude pop out in front of us with a flashlight, and he shines it at us. So I pop my head up, he pop his head up, and we just literally looking at each other for like about 30 seconds. We just staring at each other, nobody saying nothing. And in my head, I'm thinking like he's not gonna say nothing, he's not gonna say freeze, don't move, nothing.
This is just a regular guy? This is a cop?
This is a cop.
Yeah, okay.
So he's just standing there, a detective.
He's just waiting for the other cops.
Yeah. So we don't know. Yeah, basically. But he's just standing there. But I can't even really see him because he got his flashlight on me. All I see is like a figure, but I know it's a person standing there. So I told my friend, I'm like, yo, put your hands up. I don't know if he's trying to shoot us. I've seen this, I heard this before. I'm like, just put your hands up. So he put his hands up, I put my hands up. Soon as we put our hands up, he like, freeze, don't move, don't move, don't move. I'm like, oh, now he got a voice. Like, so he was just like, come out the front yard. So I guess he already called, like you said, he was waiting for backup. So he called, so I guess he called already. So we walking out the front yard. As we walking out the front yard, I'm looking right to left. It's already like 3 cop cars there. And then like every second it's just another cop car, another cop car, another cop car, another cop car. So they just filling up the block, like the whole entire precinct. They done came out, I guess they was waiting for this day to where we slip up. So they come in, boom, they talking to us. We sitting in front of the cop car, they asking us question, where's the gun? Where's the gun? What gun? What is you talking about? Where's the gun? We know the person you robbed, this and that in the case. We know, playing stupid. I don't know what you talking about, blah, blah, blah. That's the code. No, don't talk to cops. So we all playing it cool. So I remember right before they put us in the car, where he threw the gun at, it was a cop. Like looking under cars, like he looking under every car. And I'm watching him prior to it. I'm like, dang, he checking under cars. He like 10, 15 cars away at this time. And I'm like, dang, I just hope he don't get to this car. But he got to it. And I remember looking as he's getting to the car, he look under and then he go down and he just come up like this. And he like, we found it. Like he's holding it like it's a bug, like it's a disease, like he holding it by the tip. He's like, I got it. And then the cop that was holding us was just like, yeah, you're fucked. And I just remember, that, like he said, you're fucked. So
you don't look at your buddy and say, they got you.
Yeah.
Looks like they got you, Jimmy.
They had it. So yeah, so now I'm scared as shit. I'm like, dang, they found the gun. Now it's starting to hit me. Like this is my first felony, first serious charge I ever got in trouble with. So I'm scared as shit. I'm like, dang, they's gonna give us 10 years for this. Crazy. I'm thinking crazy. I'm taking the most worst scenario ever. So we get in the cop car, go. I'm thinking
they better talk to Jimmy before they talk to me because I know who's gonna do this. I'm gonna put some money on your books.
So it's funny.
I ain't going to jail for your gun.
Yo, it's funny how this plays out. Like actually, we on our way to the jail. We get booked. We get processed or whatever. So my co-defendant, like I said, he's older and he had a record. I'm gonna put that in advance. He had a record, but I didn't know at the time. So I guess he had a prior felony and he's over 18, but I'm not over 18. So according to New York City at the time, I wasn't an adult yet. So I was 17. I was right there at the borderline. So we get processed or whatever, went to first appearance. I remember we got bail, but my bail was later on reduced. And this caused the whole problem. Like, it was crazy. But we both got bail. We was together through like the whole process. Soon as like we went to intake, because we in the States, we go to intake, we sit in there, boom. My co-defendant, his papers got processed faster than mine. So he already got placed in the house and we was in Rikers Island. So in Rikers Island, they had an intake house called Mob 1 at the time. We get there, boom. Yeah, we get to the intake house. No, he get to the intake house first, and I guess when he got there, he got into a fight or something. It was just funny. He got into a fight because he's a hothead. It's just suspected. It was just funny because it's like I expected him like. So by the time I got there, so I get there after like a couple of hours after, and then I was looking for him. I'm looking around the dorms. I'm like, oh, where's this person named Bilo? And they was like, oh, we don't know what you talking about. So I described them. Oh, that kid, the Spanish kid. Oh yeah, he had a fight with some guy, and he's in a box. He's in a solitary detention. So I'm like, wow, like I should have knew. Like he's a person like you tell him like, oh, like your shoes are untied. Oh, why did you tell me like why did you say it like that? Like you want to fight? Like you want like he's one of them. Yeah, he's a nut. But I think he's in jail right now. Like, that's the crazy part. He's currently incarcerated. The last thing I heard from him, he was in and out after that. So I get there, boom, didn't see him. So I got placed in the first house I went to. After intake house, they place you in the house you're supposed to be in. Get there. You know, first time in Rikers Island too. First time, it was crazy. Fights, alarm going off back to back. And the alarm is like something that they ring inside the detention center. Like when it's a fight happen or anything happens, somebody get cut, like you can hear it. It's so loud. It rings across the whole building. The whole building start, it goes off. And these people, we call them turtles. They like the riot team that come in with the shield, bats and stuff. So they was being called to our unit a lot. You know, it was just a lot going on. Matter of fact, I remember I wasn't an adult yet, so I got placed with the 17 to, they had it like 15 to like, they had it like from 14 to 16, no, 14 to 17, 15 to 17, somewhere in there, and then the rest was younger, and then it was us, the 15 to 17, and then it was the adults. So I guess after he got out of solitary, you know, he went with the adults. So I never seen him at that time. So I was just in the house, you know, just getting the hang of it. Never been to jail, like never been to like jail. Probably been arrested, went to the precinct. Mom picked me up for like smoking weed, minor stuff, getting caught smoking weed or shoplifting, just stealing little items and getting caught, like little stuff like that. Go to the precinct. As soon as I get to the jail, my mom come get me right away. But this is my first time actually experiencing like this is jail. And knowing now, like Rikers Island is off the wall. Like it's crazy. COs, the correction officers in there, they don't give a shit. They young and from my neighborhood. Like they fighting with us. Like it was a time I seen a correction officer tell a person like, yo, come in the closet. Like they was arguing back and forth. They went in the closet. They was fighting. It wasn't no cameras at this time. Now they got cameras in Rikers Island. So it's crazy.
I think we interviewed that dude. we had a cop that got in trouble. They threw him in federal prison for violating their rights, because he would say, you know, guys would mouth off and he'd be like, you want to go in the fucking broom closet? We'll go right now. I'll take my shit off, everything. They go, and he said, I go in there and fight. He goes, sometimes I lose, sometimes I win. Like, fuck.
Yeah, so it was like that. Like that's the type of environment like that was going on. So it was okay. So I wasn't there for that long. You get what I'm saying? I was there for probably a month, 2 months at most.
And then they reduced your bail.
I figure out they reduced the bail. My mom didn't tell me. I was calling my mom at the time, talking to her. You know, she's like, "What the hell? You doing robbing people?" Like this was absurd when she found out. Like religious, going to Muslim practice every Friday. She couldn't even understand. Like you were in jail for like an armed robbery with a gun. Like you had a gun. I'm like, no, ma. Like somebody had a gun that was with me, and they robbed somebody, and they did everything, and I was just there, ma. Like I didn't do anything, and
I didn't rob the bank. I was just driving the car.
Right. So She was just like, okay. At the time, like, it sounded believable because she never seen that in me. Like, I never, you get what I'm saying? Everything I did that was bad was just out the house. Never, like, the most, like I said, she seen me do was, like, probably steal from, like, my father, wild little petty stuff. But not to this felony sitting in jail. So this was crazy. So I guess she went to my father or went to somebody, bag, and then she ended up getting my father to bail me out. She talked to him, or whatever the case may be, because I don't think she was a citizen at the time, so she couldn't do the paperwork herself, whatever the case may be. We ain't know about bail bond, nothing. I'm not even worrying about bailing out at this time. That's how fresh I'm in the jail. I didn't even think probably at the time like I could come out, or even if I can come out of bail, I heard probably 50,000 my first court hearing. My parents don't have 50,000. I'm not even thinking about that. So they come to my cell, they knock one day, boom, like, pack up. Okay, I pack up. I'm like, what's going on? I'm going to a new house. Boom, packing up. They was like, no, you going home. I'm going home. I'm like, oh, wow. They dropped the charges, like I beat the case.
So gone to court, you haven't done anything yet.
Yo. So I'm happy as fuck. I'm going. I get to the gate, open the gate, let me out. I'm walking down the corridor, happy and stuff. So I get to the back to intake, and they finishing up my papers and stuff, writing. They was like, yeah, this is when you come back to court, this and that. I'm like, back to court? I'm like, I'm going home. They was like, yeah, but you got to come back to court. Somebody made bail for you. I'm like, who? And they showed me the name. They was like, do you know this person? I'm like, oh, that's my father. And then, like, me and my father, like, growing up, we didn't have too much, like, a close relationship. Like, we was always butting head, mostly because of school. Like, always getting in trouble in school. You know, he ain't like it. He came from a different background. So I ended up finding out he bailed me out. So I'm like, all right, cool. So they was waiting for me outside the jail. They picked me up. We driving home. And as we driving home, he got the paper. She was like, yeah, this is your papers. Mom's like, yeah, tell your dad thank you. I'm like, thank you. This and that. I'm reading the paper, and I'm looking at, like, the bail amount. I'm reading everything. I get to the bail amount. The bail amount, it said robbery, bail, $500. $500. And then I'm reading the paper. I go to the next one, firearm, $1. I'm like, what the hell? So I asked my mom, I'm like, how much was my bail? And she was like, I don't know. Asked your father, yo, dad, how much was the bail? She was like, it's on the paper. That's how much I had to pay it. Like, that's it? And she was like, yeah, that was your bail. I didn't understand, like, what was going on. I just...
So they lowered it from 50,000 to 5,000, and he was able to pay the...
No. It was $500.
They lowered it from 50,000 to $500.
$500.
Why?
This next part I'm about to explain, like, I don't. To this, I kind of get it because it was my first. It was my first
You're
charge.
juvenile.
But even still, I really don't get why they lowered it that much. I still don't really understand. I know it's my first charge, first felony, but lowering it down to $500 and lowering the gun down to $1 was crazy. But I end up finding out that they end up throwing out the gun because even though he said we presented the gun, they didn't find no DNA on the gun. And I ended up finding out my friend, as he's running, like he's wiping it down a little. He said, like, he wiped down the mag. The gun ended up having not having bullets, so it wasn't a deadly firearm. So he's running around doing this whole time. We could have got shot by somebody who pulled out a real gun on us, and I didn't know it was no bullets in it, but it was no bullets in the gun.
That wouldn't have made a difference in Florida.
Yeah,
they don't care if it's a cap gun.
That's the crazy part. But New York is, like I said, it's different. Like, I got away with so much more stuff in New York for some reason. Like I said, like, the charges I caught in New York, like, if you look at my rap sheet, it's crazy. But now I know, like, being anywhere, Virginia, Florida, down south Texas, like it's like they not playing. You get caught with a credit card, like my first couple of times getting caught with a credit card it was nothing. Like the case got dismissed damn near. To the point I caught a lawsuit because they dismissed the credit card case.
Yeah, they were caught catching
And then I sued them.
That
And got paid. I swear to God.
well, let's get to that. So, I was gonna say they talked to a bunch of cops that were busted some guys. Was it in New York? Hold on, I don't know if the cops were down here or if they were in New York. Whatever it was, there was a bunch of guys that were stealing, like they were rushing into places and stealing. Doing like smash and grabs and stuff. And I think they caught them in Florida. And they were like, why, like, you guys live, like they live down here, or they were down here all the time. They would go up to New York, steal, and come down here and spend the money. And the cops caught them and they were like, why do you keep going back to Florida? And they were like, do you ever commit any crimes in Florida? They said, oh, fuck no. In Florida, they'll put you in jail. They're like, we rob up in New York. We just come down here and spend the money and live down here. Like, this is where you live down here, but you rob up there. And it was like, wow, like that's a bad policy.
Yeah.
That's a bad policy.
And even growing up, you saying that, I remember like people used to say that, like people that left out of state and did crime, like they didn't come back. Like, and I always remember that. Like that was just always a thing, like in New York growing up. Like try to commit your crimes in the city because you go out of town, we call it OT, like they not playing with you out there. I never been out of town before. All I knew was New York City growing up. So, but that's what we heard.
So what happened to the charges on that?
So boom, I'm gonna tell us this quick story. So we got home, found out the bail, So now I'm fighting my case outside. I'm going up and still seeing my co-defendant. I'm visiting him in jail, checking up on him, seeing where his mental health at. Every time I go up, we gotta sit like in a cage while everybody else out with the visitors because he always in solitary detention. So he's still causing trouble, and it was cool. I told him like I made bail, this and that and the third. And I told him, I'm like, the bail was $500 and the gun they gave me $1. And he was just like, oh, wow, like that's what's up. And I'm like, yeah, that's what's up. And I'm like, just regular talking about the case, what we planning on doing. And the original plan, like I said, not knowing the justice system, not knowing we got caught red-handed, he was like, yo, we going to trial. That's what he telling me. He was like, don't cop out, go to trial. Don't plead guilty, don't plead guilty. Like, trust me, I know. Don't plead guilty. I've been there before. And I'm like, okay, that's what we doing. So one day, so it started for me like seeing him like every week until like it started slowing down like once a month. And it been going on for like about 6 months. And one day it was a house party that they was having. I remember like my co-defendant sisters there, and like this is my co-defendant neighborhood. It was a party in his neighborhood, so I went there like with my friends that I usually go over there with to hang out like on a regular basis. So we at the party, I'm chilling, sitting, relaxing. Some guy walk up to me and he like I could talk to you real quick. He was like, your name Ghost? And I'm like, yeah. He was like, can I talk to you real quick? He bring me in the kitchen. So I'm in the kitchen, I'm talking to him. And he like, so you got arrested with B-Lo, right? And I'm like, yeah, we got arrested. He was just like, oh, word. He was like, oh, I heard you snitching, you telling. And I'm like, what? I'm like, snitching? He like, yeah, I heard you telling that's how you home right now. This and that and the third. And I'm just lost at this point because first I'm like.
The only person saying that would be your co-defendant.
I'm like, what can I snitch on? And it was like, oh, I don't know. We just saying. So the whole time I'm thinking, like, what can I tell him? We both got caught red-handed. We got the victim saying that he pulled the gun on him, and the victim is saying that I went in his pocket and I removed his belongings. So we equal. Say if he was to kill him, we both getting that murder. You get what I'm saying?
And the victim has ID'd both of you.
ID'd us, right. Everything. We already got indicted, everything. So I'm telling him like I'm still fighting the case. Like what you think? Like I'm not. I'm like I'm not fighting the case. Like I'm free from the case. And he was like, that's what it's looking like. That's what B-Lo told us. And I'm like, how? I just went to go see him. He ain't tell me none of this. He was like, oh, that's what we hearing. So then more guys. And mind you, these people is like, I'm 17. I probably just turned 18. Probably, I think it was like New Year. My birthday, January 2nd. And I believe it was like a New Year or something like that. It was a New Year party. So probably a day before my birthday. I don't know. But yeah, so more guys started coming in the kitchen. So now they surrounded me. One pull out a gun. They like, oh yeah, come outside. Come outside. We got to talk to you. And I'm looking at them. They like 30, 35, 40. They older. So I'm like, I'm sitting there talking like, oh, that's my, like, y'all see me with him every day. I'm just over there just speaking my piece. Like, y'all see me with him every day. What y'all talking about? Like that's really my friend. Like I would never do nothing like that. Like, so out of nowhere, as they telling me to come outside, his older sister come in the kitchen. And when she come in the kitchen, she pulling them back. She like, hold on, back up real quick. She come to me. She was like, come with me real quick. And then she telling them like, nah, he good. What is y'all talking about? He ain't tell this and that and the third. And I'm sitting there, I'm baffled. I'm like, his sister defended me? I don't know. But I used to see her a couple of times. Like when I used to go to her house, I used to see her, talk to her. Like that's where I seen her before. So I ran into her a couple of times. I know who she is. So she bring me in the room. She was like, listen, I know you not telling this and that and the third. I apologize on their behalf, this and that in the case. And in my head, I'm running through my head, like, how you know I'm not telling? Like what makes you so sure? But she's just like, I just got a feeling. Like, you get what I'm saying? Like I feel like you're not telling. I used to see the way y'all hang out and stuff like that. She was just confident in me. And I just noted that. You get what I'm saying? Like, so I told her, I'm like, you know what? After all this, I'm out on bail. She was like, yeah, they just thinking like you not fighting the case no more. I'm like, I'm out on bail. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna go home, I'm gonna take a picture of like all the papers, like all the bail stuff or whatever, and I'm gonna send it to you. She was like, you don't even gotta do all that. I'm like, nah, I wanna send it to you so you could just show them so they could shut up because they thinking like I'm not fighting this case or whatever the case may be. So I ended up doing that, boop, went home, sent her the pictures. She never even like acknowledged it, like wrote me back. You get what I'm saying about it. So boom. So now we getting towards the end of the case. So now my lawyer.
Did you ever tell your buddy like he's telling people that, or did you just?
I never seen him after that. I
never see him and say, "Oh, by the way, you just fucked up, bro. You just fucked up." I mean, if I'm gonna be blamed for it, yeah. I'm gonna be on I'd rather be a witness than a fucking defendant. Like, you just fucked up. Going around running your mouth. You don't even know what's happening. I was solid, but that's not gonna happen anymore. And that was crazy because nobody was going, all his so-called friends.
It was crazy. I used to pull them to the side, like, yo, you want to go see him today? Like, I was, because usually, like, around that age, like, it's weird. People wasn't really going up to see their friends when they get in jail. It was just like a normal thing. Like, you go to jail, we see you when you come home, kind of. Like, it was just your girlfriend or your parents. But it was weird. Like, I was doing something that people don't do. People that he knew longer than me, like people he grew up with from younger. So I found I found that kind of weird too. Like his best friends, people he called best friends or whatever the case may be. So we getting towards the end of the case. I remember I go back to one of my court dates and my lawyer come to me. She was just like, so the DA is making an offer. They offering you 5 years probation or 1 year in jail. So at this time too, when he was talking about all this, don't plead guilty, we go take it to trial, he already copped out. He took a sentence because this when she told me, she was like, your co-defendant, he took a year because he had a record, he got a felony already. He had a felony already, and we offering you 5 years probation, felony probation, or 1 year in jail. And they was like, they dropped the gun, so they giving you 1 year for the robbery. So thought about it. She said another thing. We have something in New York City called youth offender. It's called YO. A lot of people know about it. It's called a YO. That's when I learned about it. It's when you under 17 and catch a felony, it's like forgiven, but you can't get in trouble within like a certain amount of time period. I don't know if it's a year or if it's 3 years or if it's 5, but it's a certain amount of time period you can't get in trouble, and
They expunge your record.
They could expunge that felony. So she told me about that, and I'm like, oh, like, okay, that sound good. Whatever the case may be, it sound good. Yeah, why not? I'll take that, depending on if I take the probation or the jail time. I'm interested in that. So I think about it, leave, think about it, next court date come. I told her, this is what I want to do. I said, I want to take 1 year in jail. She said, what? She was like,
so you're 110 pounds. What are you doing? What'd you weigh at this point? How old are you now?
110. I'm probably fresh 18. Now I'm 18. Now I'm going to the big boy.
You probably weighed 110 pounds. You can't go to prison. What are you doing?
Now I'm going to the big boy side of Rikers Island. And prison is, compared to Rikers Island at that time, when they barely had cameras, it was.
Was it better?
Prison was better
yeah.
compared to Rikers Island.
That's always the case.
Yeah, it's more structured.
Prison's always better than the county jail.
Okay. Like even environment wise, like the institution and the setup, the COs and the programs. Yeah, prison is better, but just living comfortable wise, people running around reckless, doing whatever they want. It's crazy, but
yeah, it's way more structured. You get to know the same people are there. You get to have friends. You get to walk the track. You get to work out. You get to play not video games, but games. You get to read. It's a much more structured everything. You eat at the same time. It's much better. Yeah. You get to know the personalities. There's not always fucking 15 or 20 new guys a day coming in with chips on their shoulders, pissed off, ready to fucking start fighting.
Right.
Yeah.
Right, exactly.
You can get a job.
Yeah. Seriously, it's prison. That's a whole different place. Yeah. Commissary. Yeah. Even you can get cigarettes in New York. Upstate, you could buy a pack of cigarettes.
Oh, that's great. Yeah. No, not in federal prison.
Not in federal? No. Yeah, my friend was, they don't have cigarettes in federal. Yeah, but they have cigarettes. I heard other prisons in different states, they don't got cigarettes either in certain places. But yeah, for New York, they got. You could buy your rolling paper, you could buy your tobacco, you could roll up yourself, or you could buy Newports in the cartons. Crazy. Marlboro.
So did you go? Or you just said you would go?
I didn't go to prison, but because
you already had a month or so in county.
I had a month, 2 months, somewhere around there. But I didn't go to prison because I didn't get sentenced to more than a year. So if you get sentenced to a year or more, a year and 1 day, you go to prison. Anything less than a year and lower, you stay in the county. So I got sentenced to it's called the city bullet. That's what they call it, a city bullet. City bullet. It's basically 1 year in jail. So I stayed in the county. I didn't go to prison for this. So
do you get good time?
Yeah, you get good time. So out of that 12 months, you do 8 months in good time.
And you already did a month.
And I already did a month.
Or change whatever it was. So you did. Did you go back in for 6 months and you read a couple of novels and?
Yeah, I went back. It was more than novels. It was chaos in that place. I'm not gonna lie. It was chaos. I was gang affiliated, so I was with the blood, a certain set in the blood. So in Rikers Island, like it's not like the blood stayed together and then the Crips stayed together. It's like. It's mostly blood territory. It was barely any like the Crips in there. And if it was like they was just getting destroyed because they is just outnumbered severely. It's just like even people that is Crip that go in there, they don't even want to say they Crip to anybody. You get what I'm saying? They in there just low riding, just trying to stay out the way, do their time, come home. But it was just mostly populated by Bloods, and it's They don't want to unite. People want to fight and stuff like that. But if it's like, whoa, you blood, I'm blood. Like we supposed to be together kind of thing. So it creates a conflict. So now it's like, oh, you got this blood set, then you got that blood set. You know, it's different sets and blood. So it becomes to within the community, we fighting each other, but by sets. You get what I'm saying? So it became that. So it was that, and I never been like gang banging in jail. So it's a whole different environment in jail rather than you gang banging in the street. So it was just different. Like it was different. It was a ride. It was a ride. So
you get out.
So
you got out. You went to a community college. You then went to a university. You became an accountant. And now you have your own CPA firm. What happened?
So I took the city year, whatever the case may be. Go in, and I end up running into my co-defendant. So, and then it was just funny. Like, we were just walking in the hallway one day, and I'm with the adults now, so I could see him. So I'm walking past him, and I remember saying something like, look, like I thought I was telling. And then he was just like, how much time? Like he looking at me like he's surprised I'm in there. Like how much time you get? And I'm like, I got a year. He like, me too. And I know he got a year. And I'm like, oh shit. Like
you must have been telling.
Like,
then you must have been. You have a record.
You get what I'm saying?
How did you? And I get a year. You got a record, and you were an adult. I was 17. I think you might have been telling.
I should have. It should have came out. It should have came out. But like I said,
it doesn't make sense.
We didn't have.
That's the argument. With
that's the crazy part.
I've never been in trouble. I'm a juvenile. He's older. He has a record. There's no fucking way we both get a year. That should not have happened.
But that's New York for you.
Yeah.
Any other state, it would have been. He would have got slaved for
I
that.
could see you getting 6 months. I could see you. I mean, if he got a year, I could see them giving you 6 months.
Right. But they offered me probation. I didn't even have to be in jail.
He didn't get offered probation.
Nah.
No, okay.
Yeah. He would have took it. He would have came out. But at the time when I came in, he only had like probably a couple of months to serve because he lost all his good time. You know, knowing him.
Yeah.
He lost it probably the first fucking week he was in there. He probably lost his good time, whatever. But I
got a question real quick. Why would you take a year in prison or a year in jail over 5 years probation or the youth offender program?
That's a great question because I was going to talk about that, but it slipped my head. So I went home and I thought about it and I'm like, well, if I take the year, it's like people going to know like I didn't snitch because now it's these group of people that thinking that I told. And if I take the probation, I'm still home. I never go to jail. It's hard to try to convince people like, oh, I was fighting a case, this and that, and I just end up getting probation and I never went because they already thinking that I don't have to go back to jail or the case was over. I had nothing to deal with the case. They don't care about looking my name up and going into the computer. Nobody cared about doing that.
People running their mouths.
They want something to like, you know, to talk about instead of going and looking at the system. So it would have been that easy. That's the crazy part. Well, now I'm thinking about it.
See, my reason for going to jail and doing the jail is, or doing the actual, you know, incarceration as opposed to 5 years is because what if I get out and get in trouble the next 5 years? I'm in a lot more trouble because I was on probation.
That was a thought too.
You know what I'm saying? Because now, like if they said, well, now you were on probation, you committed another crime. So now I don't just have to worry about the new crime. They're also going to tack on time because I was on probation for the old crime.
So after the robbery and stuff happened, in my head, I'm like, I gotta find a better way to make money. You get what I'm saying? I didn't really want to do the whole 9-to-5 thing. I see my parents do it their whole life, you know, and they always tired. They always in a bad mood. You get what I'm saying? They always not happy. Or they are, and I could see it. I could see them try to full smile sometimes coming home from work. So I just knew it was just something that I didn't really want to get into. I wanted to try to do something bigger so I'll be able to take care of everybody. So my mom won't have to work. My father, my sisters, when they grow up, they could get into college, good colleges. So I had to think of a better plan. So I remember one day I was just messing around on a computer and I was on eBay. Like I was just always on eBay, just looking at stuff that I wanted, that I can't afford, and I would just put it in my cart, like put all the stuff I wanted in my cart. And one day I was just like, yo, I wonder if I could try to like bypass the checkout. It was just a crazy idea at the time, but I'm like, yo, I wonder if I could bypass this checkout with the items I had in my cart. So I think I had like an iPhone 5 no, it wasn't even a 5. I think it was like the iPhone 3G. It was something at the time, the iPhone 4 or 3G. So I get to the checkout and I see like the credit card payment, and then I seen PayPal was there at the time, and then PayPal had a third-party company I guess they was working with called Bill Me Later. So with the Bill Me Later thing, it's basically what it's called, Bill Me Later. You basically get the item you want and it goes on your credit and you pay for it later. Basically how a credit card worked. And all they was asking at the checkout page was your date of birth, first, last name, of course, and the last four of your social. And that's all they needed was to make a purchase. So I had somebody information on my phone at the time because I knew growing up, social security numbers was always important. My mom used to always hide it under her bed, and she used to tell me, like, listen, don't give this to anybody. So I knew it was important. So one day I found one, and I just always kept it in my phone. So I went to that. I tried it. I put the last four in. I had the date of birth. I had the name. I had the address as the billing address. So I put the information in, not thinking 1% that it's gonna go through. I'm just messing around, just try to just fill in the blanks, if that's what you want to call it. And transaction goes through, approved, your item is on the way. Mind blown. I dropped the laptop. I'm just like, wow. But I still don't believe it. You get what I'm saying? Next day come, they send a tracking number. Next week come, items at my door. So it was crazy. You get what I'm saying? So I'm just like, wow, I'm excited. So I go back on the computer and I'm like, all right, I got a phone, but I have a phone already. I end up keeping the phone. I keep the phone and I sell my old phone. I made some money. So I'm like, oh, wow, I made some money this way. So now I had to think of a plan because now I'm like, all right, so all they need is socials. So I went back on the site. I tried the same social I had. That didn't work. They said I already had an account open and I had an open balance. So at the time, I had like a little girlfriend, you can say, and I remember her telling me that her mom worked like in the office and she get social security numbers, she get people date of birth, addresses, she get people personal information. So I'm like, all right, cool. I go up, I approach her one day. I'm like, listen, I did this. I showed her this. It came. I showed her the track, the order history, and it was just on from there. She went to her mom and she asked, and she asked her, like, I guess her mom was just cool. She had a cool parent. So she went to her mom and asked her, hey, you know the social security numbers, the information you be getting at your job? I need those. If you could take a picture of them, whatever the case may be, we can make money. So I guess her mom was down with it. So I went back home, jumped on my computer. She sent me the information, and I just started putting in orders. First one, go. And I think at the time, I was just ordering like iPhones, iPads, just electronics, just stuff I knew I could sell. Because I already had the place from when I sold my phone. So I'm like, all right, I got a place. He told me when I sold him my old phone and kept the new one, he told me, listen, whatever phone you get, electronics, let me know. He was like a Jewish guy. He was very hungry, very motivated to make money. So he was just on top of me, like, try to get phones. And I'm like, all right, I got you. And so, yeah. So I goes home, open my laptop up, and I'm just putting in orders. And it's just crazy. The whole time I'm thinking about I'm placing orders, and not one time I had to enter not one credit card information, not one bank account number, not one route, and nothing. Just this, I'm making purchases strictly off of social security numbers at the time. And yeah, I did that for a while. I made good money. I had that run probably for about 4 months. Nice little run. And
where's all this stuff getting mailed to?
My house.
All the different people's names, different social, they're all going to your house.
Yes.
Wow. I mean, are you afraid that at some point it's going to lead back to you?
At the time, I wasn't thinking, I didn't know. At the time, it felt so easy. It didn't even feel like I was really committing like a crime. Like I always looked at crime as in like robbing people, shooting people, and you know, forcefully running in the store. And I always looked at those as crime, but I never, you gotta understand, like at this time, I never even knew what internet crime was. I never even knew, you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I didn't know what internet crime was at the time. So I knew I was doing something wrong, but at the same time, it's like I'm in the comfort of my house, right? There's nobody watching me. I didn't know that your IP could be tracked, and I didn't know about all of this, and it could come back, and my address. I didn't know too much about this. In my head, I'm just like, all right, I'm doing this. I'm in my house. Nobody could see me doing it. I'm not on camera. So it's in my head, I'm like, nobody could rat me out. Even the person's social security number is, how would they know it was me
Right.
with the little information that I knew at the time? So it went on for about 4 months, you know, made good money. And I remember one day I go on the website and I got my social security number ready. I got everything ready. I'm ready to go. And I click on the checkout button, PayPal, and that option's not there no more. And I'm panicking. I'm doing it a different way, and it's just not there. So at that time, I knew, like, all right, they in my head, I'm thinking, all right, it's not there no more because of me. I probably did it. They caught on, and it's not there because of just me. I didn't think it was anybody else involved. It was probably plenty of people doing this at the time. So after that, I'm like, all right, so now I gotta think of something else. Now I got a little taste, like, like you can make money off of Social Security. Like, it started opening my mind to something different. This is not robbery. This is not. To me, this is like a better way. This is what's gonna get me out the situation. This is what's gonna not get me in trouble no more. So I just ran with that mentality. So
What are you doing with all the stuff that you're getting? Just selling it?
yeah. So basically, when the stuff get to my house, like the first time I did it, I had looked online, like buy and sell phones places, and I hopped on a train or whatever, and I went there, like in Manhattan, Mid-City, and yeah, I found it was like it's so weird. It was like a jewelry store, but when you walk to the back of the jewelry store, they buy iPhone, they buy jewelry, they buy gold. Yes, some shady business going on there, but.
And you just show up with a backpack full of iPads. Like, here's 10 iPads.
Yep.
And they're just, okay.
Yeah, basically. I mean, if you from New York and you've been a part of Diamond District, you know what I'm saying? I don't gotta even push it back there. If you from New York, you've been a part of some scams, you know, Diamond District.
Yeah, we just had a guy who lived in the Diamond District years ago. He was like a diamond thief. And they were working with other store owners and setting up, you know, their own stores for robbing them for insurance money and
Yeah, he had fences that would buy this stuff for like whatever, 60 cents on the dollar or something like that.
Yeah.
Yep. and he was from New York?
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah. So that was and that helped me later on, like down the line too as well, because it's like that was like the hub. If you have anything valuable, bring it here, kinda. So yeah. So after that, I got a taste of the fraud and, you know, like making money off Social Security numbers. So it was just, I always kept that in the back of my head. Like, this is something I would like to do. So I ended up getting a job. I believe it was like McDonald's or something like that. It wasn't for too long. I worked there for like 2 months. And my friend at the time, he had a friend that gave him a device that's basically called the car reader. Some people know it as the black box, but basically it's a car reader. And he ended up slipping that to me, basically like, listen, I know you told me you work in a drive-thru. People come through, swipe their cards on it, boop, boop, boop. However much cards you get on here, you got to get a percentage. We going to make money. I didn't understand anything anything. That's how it sounded. Just how I said it, that's how it sounded to me. Like swipe cards on this device, you get you give it back and we make money. Cool, sound easy. So I take it, first shift, go load up a couple of cards, give it to him, and 2 days later, I'm asking, where's the money? And he was just giving me the runaround excuses. Oh, we didn't get the money yet, and he's still working on it. But here, we're gonna give the box back to you. So I found it a little fishy. I'm like, all right. I mean, I'm not losing nothing. I'm not losing no money. I still got to go to work. So in my head, I'm like, why not? I'll take the box, swipe more cards. Next week come, give it back to him. Same thing. And he goes on for this about 3 weeks. 3 weeks go by. And now I'm asking like, all right, like, where's my money? Like now I'm getting irritated. Now I feel like I'm being used. So I'm like, where's my money? This and that. I'm not doing it no more. I don't want it unless I see some money right now, today, pop, pop, pop. So he said, all right, I got you. But I can't give you money, but I could give you some cards. I'm like, shit, why not? Give me the cards. I'll go get the items myself. They credit cards, right? They credit cards. I'm gonna give you the cards. All right, cool. So he gave me about like 5 white blank cards, no bank face. Just imagine your regular personal credit card, just all white out, all white with a black strip on the back. You have an all white card with a black strip on the back. So he gave me like 5 of those, and immediately I'm mad. I'm like, nobody's taking this card. Nobody. At that time, they didn't have the registers where you could swipe cards yourself in stores. You would have to give them the card, and they would have to swipe it. Like in the big stores, they didn't have the self
checkout.
Point of sale devices.
Right. Like I wouldn't even say the self checkout, but even like they didn't have self checkout at all at that time. But even like when you walk to the main register, like the females, Sephora. Like you could swipe your own card. It wasn't like that. Like back in the days, you would have to give it to them, and they would have to swipe it on their POS system. So basically, in my head, I'm like, this is never gonna work. And he was just like, I'm telling you, they gonna take it. This is how I do it. How you think I got all this money? And my friend at the time, I mean, he always had nice clothes, designer. He had the nice car. He always had the new Mercedes. So. I kind of believe him. Like people say, oh, show me the proof. You get what I'm saying? Or show me something. And I seen it. You get what I'm saying? So I believed it. I took it, went to the store. I think the first store I went to was like Toys R Us. No, first I go to the parking meter. I swipe, boom, just to see if they work. I would charge it like 25 cents for like 2 minutes. Because in New York City, we have parking meters, right? We have parking meters like where people... in the city, you have to pay to park. You could put quarters in it, or you could insert your card and pay for your time. So I would put the card in, charge it for 25 cents, and see if it authorized. And I think only one of them authorized for 25 cents out of all the cards I gave him. So I was pissed off after that. I'm like, and the other 4 cards, matter of fact, it didn't even decline. It wasn't even reading. It didn't even register as a credit card. So that means he didn't even take the time to put information onto the card. So I was pissed off or whatever. So I take the one card. I'm like, who knows? People got $10,000 card limit. So the first store I hit with the card that was working was Toys R Us. So I guess there, give her the card. I think she rung me up an iPad. I go in my pocket, pull out the card, give it to her. She just staring at the card like what the hell is this? Like this. Like, what is this? And I'm like, that's my credit card. That's just a new way they making it. And I forgot exactly what I said at the time. Like I said, this was like 2013, 2013. So this was a while ago. So yeah, she just looking at it like, all crazy, and I'm over here just yeah. This how it came. It's for security. They don't put the card numbers on the card no more, and she accepted it. Like she accepted whatever I said at the time. So she took it, swiped it, declined. So I'm like, all right. So yeah, he playing with me. In my head, I'm like, he playing with me. Knowing what I know now, like every card not gonna. Some cards people just don't have that money. He was probably $5 short. Like it could decline for anything, but So yeah, I was mad. I went home angry. I called my friend like, yo, none of these cards your friend gave me work. I'm not doing this no more. I don't want to do this. I felt like I just got played. I did this for you for a whole month. I thought I trusted you. It was just a whole mess. So I'm on my phone one day, and when I had the box, right, because I was always interested in that little device he gave me. I remember it was a sticker, like, you know, like when you buy like a toy or something from the store, it always come with a sticker or like something to say like the serial number or what is it, what device it is. So I get that. I took a picture of it. So one day I'm on my phone, I look up that name. I always seen it said Mini XD card reader. It was something like that, Mini XD, Mini X 3X. It was just a bunch of numbers and letters after that. But I just typed it in Google. I just took the name, typed it in Google, and I just see a bunch of these devices pop up. You could buy it on Amazon, buy it on eBay, and I'm just Googling it to learn about it. I wasn't even searching it to see if I could obtain it, because in my head, I'm like, there's no way they are selling this like legally. It's no way. Like he must have got this from the Chinese man down the block, because there's no way he could order this and it comes to his house. So I just go along with it. I click, eBay was my favorite site at the time. I go on eBay, boom, and I order it. I think it was very cheap. It was like about $50, $60. I think my mom helped me out with the rest of the money, and I end up buying it. So I remember once I placed the order, I jumps back on YouTube and I types the name in again. And then I started seeing videos, and I started, because I was a YouTube freak. I was YouTube and everything, always YouTube and Google freak at the time. So I put it in YouTube. I seen the videos come up, boom, and I'm just learning. I'm going through every video. I mean, every video that they probably uploaded, I'm watching it. And I realized most of the time, these just Chinese people explaining it, and they got little captions in the video. And that's how I learned how to use it. I don't want to break down the track 1, track 2, track 3, how I learned. That's a little bit like more advanced. You will have to understand the system, but I basically understand the format. Swipe the card on it, boom, take the information, put it onto another card. Now you got that person card without actually having their actual physical card. So it's like you basically got a clone of their card. So I'm like, okay, this sound cool. So it finally gets here. I open it. It comes like with a little CD, like a little tiny CD, throws in the laptop. I guess that was the software to download the program, boop, try it out. Everything's good. So I'm like, okay, so how does he get the card off? And I do more research, and I found out in order to transfer the card into another card, I would need another device called the MSR. So I end up having to buy that as well, because I'm like, I need that too. I can't do it with just this box. Like I thought at the beginning, I have to order this device too. So I go ahead and order that. That comes in a week. So now I got a little setup. So I'm like, all right, I had my personal card. I never had money on it. Every time I got paid, I believe I just took it out the ATM. So I never used it. I believe it was like a TD card at the time, the little all green card. And I took that. I had my name on it already. I erased the information off of it, and I put a card on it just to test it out, just to see if it worked. I'm playing around with it, and it was working. It was reading. I just put like a dummy information on it, tested it out. It read, no problem, cool. So I goes back to work. I'm working, same thing. I already got the hang of it. I already know what I'm doing. I'm working. I'm swiping cards on it. Boop, 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 boop. I goes back home and I test it out. So mind you, at the time, I only have one card. So I have about 15 to 20 numbers. I only have one card at the time. So I had to basically do it one by one, put one card on the card, go outside, see if that works, see what I could get, come back home, and put another card number onto that card. So that's basically how I did that when I was starting up. So and I remember so I'm gonna talk about the first time, right? The first time I put the card. So I get home, I load up the card, I put one on my TD card, boop, it got my name on there, it's cool. I go out to, I believe, my first spot, because I know the first spot was Toys R Us. It didn't work. I goes back to Toys R Us, because that was the first spot. I'm like, all right, I'm going to come back. Come back. It was a different lady at the time. It was somebody else. I was happy for that, because I was hoping I didn't see the same person. It was an iPad. I remember it was like an iPad. It was the first, they just made a new generation of iPad at the time. Rings it up, sitting there, crossing my fingers. She asked for my card, boom. She asked for my ID this time, which they didn't do before, but I give her my ID because my name is on the card, so I wasn't worried. I didn't pay too much attention to it, so I give her my ID. She look at the name. She look at my card. Same name, matches. Swipe, approve. And like at this time, like it was, I guess you could say, like, that was just the start of something new for me. Like, that was the beginning of it right there. When she swiped that card and when it said approve, yeah, it was up from there. So I runs out the store. I'm more happy. I'm running around. I go hit up my best friend at the time. I'm like, listen, come to my house. I'm on my way back home. I just hit for an iPad. It's lit. Boom. He get to my house. And I'm like, yo, you still got your TD card? Yeah, I got my TD card. I put a piece on for him. I put another one on for me. We go back out together. I think we went to like Target. We like, yo, we gotta try something else. We go to Target. We grab like 2-3 iPhones to the piece decline. We went back home. Next day we go to Midtown, right? We go to Manhattan, Diamond District. We sell all the iPads off. We sell all the iPhones off. Boop, boop, boop. Like we did that for about a month or two, and the total value around that time was about, I believe, 10,000-20,000 at that time. We made just off doing that. So I came up with a better idea one day, and I'm like, listen, like, you know, when you report your car lost, you know, they send you a new card in the mail. So I did that a couple of times. I'm just keep reporting my car lost till I just had like 10, 15, 20 stacks of TD cards with my name on it. And for a while, for a couple of months, that I was just using those, just going on the road, because they wasn't worrying about the last four. Too much people, a lot of people in my community at the time, around like 2013, 2014, people were still selling drugs at the time. Nobody around me at the time was scamming. I didn't know anybody that was scamming. I wasn't in school and nobody was scamming. It was never really a thing. But like I said, my friend had this one odd person who was just into it, always flying, like crazy. He's pulling up S550, Mercedes, BMWs, 5 Series, 8 Series. You get what I'm saying? So he was really the only one I really seen like really getting real money, not just little dress up money. He was getting real money. So we got the stacks of TD cards and stuff like that. And I told my friend, I'm like, yo, do the same thing. Get a couple of cards together and bring them to me, and I'm gonna load them up for you. No charge, no nothing. I ain't gonna charge. That was just the type of person I am. If you around me, you gonna eat, you gonna get money. So we took them cards. We going out. We hitting spots. After that, we hitting Target. We hitting Toys R Us. We had anything that a car could reach. That's what we hitting at the time. So
are you still working at McDonald's at this point?
At this point, no, I wasn't working at McDonald's. They had actually fired me a month after I started working. So I was only working there for like about a month and a half, and then I ended up getting fired because they said it was food missing out the freezer. I'm not gonna lie, I was stealing little sausages and the McGriddles out the freezers, and I would go home and I would be making McGriddles, sausages at home. So I guess they ended up catching me for that. So they end up firing me for that. So, but I always thought it was something else. I always got scared. I'm like, when they called me into the office and said like, we gotta talk about something, I thought it was for the black box. But when they told me it was for the sausages in the freezer, I'm like shit. So all right.
So how do you keep getting the numbers then?
So after that, we had a little run. We started getting low on numbers. We started getting low on the credit card numbers. So at this time, we like, damn, we got to find a way to get more credit cards. So my sister at the time, she used to work in Soho. Like, this a little place in Manhattan. It's like a very tourist attraction shopping center. All the tourists, that's probably like they main stop, Soho, New York. So she was working there, and she had a friend who was also working there as well. So her friend was actually at the register. My sister, she was just doing like the clothes, fixing the clothes and everything. So I came to my sister. I'm like, listen, this is what I'm doing right now. What? Is this legal? I'm like, yeah, there's nothing bad. She didn't understand this. Like I said, at this time, nobody really knew what it is today. Now everybody know what scamming is. At this time, nobody really know what this is. So she didn't even really look at it like something scary. I feel like if they really knew what was going on, like, and how much trouble they could get in for it, I felt like they would have never really got into it, especially her friend, because her friend was just like, like an innocent, I think she was like Philippine, Chinese, so, and I know she got strict parents, she never did nothing bad in her life, she looked innocent as ever, so I'm like, all right, cool. I'm like, listen, this is what we gonna do. I got the black box. You got to try to get somebody at your job to swipe the cards on this box. I showed her how to do it. This is how you do it. Press the button, swipe. You will see the green light flash. That means it's a good swipe. If when you swipe and it turn red, that means it's a bad swipe. So I gave it to her. She gave it to her friend. And first week, she did good. She got a couple of numbers. So we back at it. So I'm running around, boom, back with the iPads, back with the iPhone, this and that and the third. So a week after that, I had a little idea. I came to her job. This how I thought of the idea. One day I just pop up. I pop up to Soho just to see like how she, like where she at, how she's getting the numbers or whatever. I just wanted to see her in work kinda. So I'm walking past the store. I go in the store acting like I'm looking for merchandise. I'm looking at the system. I'm looking at the register. I see her back there. I see how she doing it. She working. She was ringing up somebody at the time, I believe. And I'm just watching her. I'm watching her. They giving her the card. They got a keypad like where you type your PIN number in. And the keypad, it was just like a little gray, box, like with the numbers 1 through 9 and a red, yellow, green button. And it's nothing like to cover it. Like nowadays they have like a little cover over the numbers. It was just flat on the table. She's ringing it up and they type it. It was just flat on the table. She can see them typing in the PIN numbers. And at that time, it's tourists. And I'm guessing, like, nobody gonna think that this little innocent girl is gonna steal a PIN number. So it just made sense to me. So I'm like, yo, what if she can get the PIN numbers? Like it would be crazy. So I went home. I thought about it. I talked to my sister about it. I'm like, listen, I want to meet her in person. Like I want to meet your friend in person. So she like, all right, cool. I meet her. We sit down. We talk. And I'm like, listen, I was at your job the other day. Boop, 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 boop. I know you didn't see me. This is my first time meeting you, but I seen how everything worked. And I'm like, we could really make real money if you can get like the PIN numbers. That's why it hasn't been really working the whole time. Because at this time, I'm just giving her little chump change here and there. I'm really telling her, like, it's not really going too good. So it was just a perfect opportunity to bring this to her. Like, listen, like, we could really get into these cards because, like, if you think about it, I can't really get no money without the PIN number. I got the card. So it made sense to her. She was like, yeah, you would need the PIN number. And I'm like, yeah. So she went back to work and she started getting the PIN numbers. And then this when stuff just went to a whole new level. So she run with that. I leave it with her for like a week because I could have left it with her longer, but I was just so in a rush to just get things started. So I go pick up the black box from her. No regular day. I go pick it up. I come home. Boop. I see the PIN number she wrote on a notepad alongside with the last 4 card numbers next to it. Cool. I take that, make my cards regular, making my cards, boom. And on the cards now, I'm writing the PIN number, like with a Sharpie. I'm writing the PIN numbers on the back of the card. So I think I just grabbed like 3. I grabbed 3 real quick, boom, run to the ATM, put the card in, put the PIN number in, through the rope, 500 withdrawal, it comes out. I remember it was a Chase. That was the closest bank to my house. And Chase, how they machine is like, and it's so crazy. Like this was a very exciting moment for me, like a unforgettable moment. Like I could remember the ATM door opening, like it slides back, and then the cash just sitting right there, and you just grab the cash out of it, and then the slot closed. So that was just amazing. I'm like, yes. In my head, I'm like, finally, all of this paid off. I found it. This is how I'm gonna do it. I'm just gonna keep doing this. At that very moment, that was my thought process. So I pushed the card in again, 500 come out again, boom. Oh my gosh, put it in again, 500 decline. That's weird. Put the next card in, 500. This one did like 500 one time, decline. Next one did 500 twice, decline. And I'm like, cool. I'm cool with that. But in my head, I'm like, why is it declining? Every time I take the money out, I look at the receipt to see the remaining balance. It's like 20,000, 30,000. So I'm like, it's declining. So I'm like, I'm going to go try to swipe it. Next day, I get dressed, run to a couple of stores, my local stores, swiping it. It's not swiping. The card is really declined. Like, I guess I declined the card. Like I got the card shut off. So boom. So, so I grabbed the rest of the cards, like not knowing any better. I do the same thing for like the other 15, 20 cards. I do the same thing, take the money, boop, 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 go home. And I get for the box again. But I'm like, this time, the next set of numbers I get, I gotta do something different. I can't keep doing this knowing that it's 30, 50,000. I even had a call with 80,000 on it. So I'm like, I gotta find a better way. In my head, I'm trying to be greedy. I didn't know no better. I'm trying to get the whole balance off. So I remember I had a friend at the time. He was doing a check scam. And the check scam is a little different from the credit card scam, but he was doing the check scam. And I was talking to him about it one day, and he was like, bro, like, why don't you just get money orders? Like, when I put my checks on my card or whatever, and once the check clear, I usually don't go to the ATM, or I go to the ATM and take the ATM withdrawal balance. And if you try to exceed that, it's gonna cut the card off. So he explained that to me a little bit more. He was like, I usually go to the post office and get money orders, but I couldn't tell you that before because you didn't have the PIN numbers. But now that you got the PIN number, that's perfect. You can get the money out. So I said, cool. So I ran with that, picked the box up, same process, print the cards out, write the PIN number on the back, and I went to the post office. So I remember the first time, I'm like, I get to the post office, and I remember talking to the lady, and I was like, what's the highest amount I'm able to get on a single money order, on a single transaction? She was like, well, you can get, the most you could put on one money order is 1,000, but you can get as much money orders as you want in one transaction. So basically, if you want me to explain that,
you get 10 money orders. You
right.
Get 12 money orders for 1,000 apiece.
For 1,000 apiece, and it could just be one transaction. She don't got to ring it up one by one. So, but in my head, I'm thinking I still don't want to jump the gun. I don't want to make too high transactions. So I was just like, can I get a money order for 1,000 just to see? First time, she rings up the money order, prints it out, print the money order, swipe the card. Because at the time, they didn't have the chips yet. Swipe the card, put the PIN number in, and it goes, transaction approved. So I said, can I get another one? She looked at me a little weird. She was just like, why you just didn't tell me the first time? I'm like, oh, I don't know. My bank might have certain restrictions. This is how I got to do it. So she goes ahead. She rings up another one. Boom. And it goes through. So I tell her, ring up another one. So she's just like, all right, I'm just going to have to verify your ID just to make sure this and that. I got a little nervous, but at the same time, I'm still using my TD cards at the time. I wasn't actually printing the cards at this time. So I give her my TD card and I gave her my ID. She looked at the name, it matches, and she went and tried it again, and it declined. So I got 2,000 out of that. So I'm like, all right, cool. Took my two money orders, boop. Went to the next post office, then the next one. I probably hit about 5, 6 post office that day, and I made a good probably 30 $35,000 that day in money orders. So in my head, I'm like, I found it. This is it. You get what I'm saying? This is it. I thought it was the ATM, but this is how I'm gonna do it. So boom. So I got the money orders at home. And I'm like, all right, so now I gotta cash these. Now this might be a problem, like, cause now I gotta cash them with my ID and this and that and the third. And I sat down, I thought about it for a minute. I'm trying to find people that could cash it for me. I'm calling people, listen, do you want to make some quick money real quick? Nobody, because at this time, you got to remember, nobody really scamming. Scamming wasn't really a big thing in New York at this time, so everybody was always kind of iffy about it. So I said one day, I'm like, listen, I got over 30,000 sitting here money orders. I just started writing, like it came from whoever. I'm writing whoever name from the from. And I just said, put my name. I just went. I cashed like 4 or 5 of them. I had like 6, 7, 5,000 a piece. I had like 5,000. And then I started getting a little nervous, you know, because I'm like, I started feeling nervous. I never had this much money at this time. I'm looking at 5,000 cash in front of me. I never even seen more than $500 cash at this time. So I hit up my friend at the time. I'm like, listen, I got these money orders. All I need help is just cashing them. Y'all don't gotta do nothing else. Y'all don't gotta go swipe the card to get the money orders. I just need help cashing them. So my 2 best friends at the time come with me. They come to my house. We get a plan, like, listen, I'm gonna take this route, y'all gonna take this route, and we gonna meet back here. So that's what we end up doing. We end up going around cashing money orders the entire day. Get back home, we got like a crazy number amount. So we throwing around the money, this and that and the third. We all happy. And then they come to me, they like, yo, like, we wanna get into this. We want parts of this. And I'm telling them, like, listen, like, if y'all get a black box, y'all get this. I basically told them what they need to start. And they like, nah, like you already got it going. So we could just help you get money orders. You get what I'm saying? So at the time, I didn't pay it no really mind. You get what I'm saying? I'm like, yo, these my best friends. It's all right if they don't want to put in the work they self. That was just the type of person I am. I'm like, F it. Y'all could just help me just go around getting the money orders too. So that's what we end up doing. You get what I'm saying? So after a while, they started coming to my house. I started putting numbers on their cards and stuff. They was bringing their cards to my house. I'm putting their numbers, writing down the PIN numbers for them, boop, 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 and just letting them do their thing. So we was doing that for a while. We ran that up for like a couple of months until the person working at the store where I was getting the numbers from came to me one day like, listen, like, I'm getting the PIN numbers now. It's been some time, and you not really giving me no money. You giving me chump change. You giving me $200-$300, and I'm getting like 15 PIN numbers a day. Like it's no way. Like even if you was getting $100 a card, I should see something. You get what I'm saying? It made sense, but in my head, I'm like, dang, I gotta help my friends. I gotta give them money. So if it was just me, I could have gave her $5,000-$10,000 a trip. You get what I'm saying? But not knowing no better, I felt like it was just a bad decision. I regret it every day. Now that I do know better and I understand business how it's supposed to go. I regret that. But yeah, she ended up stopping. I remember I just brought my first car at the time too. I just financed it, and I just made my first payment. And soon as I think it's like the next day, I think I paid my first monthly payment, and the next day, that's when she hit me with the news. She's out. She don't want no parts of this no more. She felt used. I'm not mad at her. I would too. You get what I'm saying? So I'm like, F it. I gotta find a new way to make money now, because she don't want to do this. But in my head, I'm thinking, all right, I'm just gonna find somebody else. She go get the PIN numbers and this and that and the third. It didn't work like that. You get what I'm saying? I found somebody else working in the restaurant, gave it to her. She getting numbers, get it back. I got numbers. I'm going shopping, getting iPads, iPhones, regular credit card scamming. And then I gave it like a week or two. I come back, I talk to her, I'm like, listen, I got this idea. We can get people PIN numbers, this and that and the third. You just gotta watch them type their PIN number in. Once you see them, they type their PIN number in, the card that they gave you, look at the last four and write that down on a piece of paper along with the PIN number that you seen them type in, so I know which cards to go for. Explained it to her same way I explained it to the other girl, and she was just confused. She was just like, listen, first of all, that's not possible because now we got new systems. This it been like a year now. We got new systems and we can't get their cards. They got to swipe their cards themselves. On top of that, even if they was giving us our card, the keypad is in front of them now. I believe this was like Starbucks at the time. Yeah, it was Starbucks at the time. So I was a little mad about that, but I took what I could get, ran that up, going back and forth. We had a good run with her for about, and these are short runs. All these runs is like 2-3 months. She'll quit or I'll find somebody else. I remember one time my friend, one of my boys, he come to me, right? And it's not my two best friends. It's just like somebody I met along the way, outside. You find other people. I started running into other people doing the same thing. We bumping in each other's in the stores, like oh, you scammed too, yeah. And this what happened on like almost a once a week occasion. Like I'll just run into somebody that's doing the same thing, and we all know. You get what I'm saying? I see somebody in front of me with like 3 iPads and 6 iPhones, and it's just like, you get what I'm saying? You look just like me, so it's just like it's just one of those things. Like when we run into each other in the stores, we know, like, all right, like we give each other that look, like yeah I know what you're doing.
A fisherman knows a fisherman.
Yeah, right. So what about boys? I met like that one time. I mean, he hit me up like, yo, bro, I got this new thing going on. You ever heard of tap and pay? And I'm like, tap and pay? I'm like, what's that? And he was just explaining it. Well, I knew what tap and pay was, but I'm like, how could we make money from that? And he was just like, listen, get an Android phone. You need an Android phone. We can't use an iPhone, whatever the case. And make sure the phone has NFC. Make sure it's NFC compatible, that it's able to tap. So I go grab a phone and I pulls up on him. So at this time, what he was doing, he basically taking credit card numbers, like not even the credit card numbers that I was getting, not in that format, but he's basically getting it like he just, I guess he was just buying credit cards off the internet that just come with the 16-digit card number, the data, the expiration date, and the name. So I guess it was an app at the time where you could just put the card number in, expiration date, and was it the last 3? I'm not sure if they asked for the CVV. I'm not too sure, but whatever. But boom, you would put the information in, and there would be like a card, like how it would look like today, like with Apple Pay, it would be a card with the card number on it, and
like in your wallet.
Yeah, and you would be able to tap it. So I'm like, so it was new to me. You get what I'm saying? I seen him do it. He put a couple on his phone, put a couple on my phone, and we go out. We shoots out. So I'm like, yo, let's go to Target. Let's go to Toys R Us. Let's go to my spots that I'm comfortable with. This. And he like, nah, we can't do it like that. I'm like, why not? It's it works for me all the time. He was like, listen, it's not gonna work. You can try it. I don't want to waste your time. We done tried it, and for some reason, it was only working like at selective stores. It was like Sephora and like Zara. It was so weird to me. And I'm like, yo, what we gonna go in there, get clothes and sell it? Like, it was just funny to me. And he was like, no, we gonna go get the gift cards and we gonna get 70% for whatever we get. And I'm like, all right, sound cool. I'm like, you got somebody you can sell them to? Yeah, the Diamond District. I'm like, oh yeah, all right, cool. So we go, boom. We hit the first spot. I let him go first, of course. He go in there, he grabbed like a shirt, pants, 2 bras, lady underwears, and he just going to the register. I'm just watching, regular customer. They ringing everything up, and right before he pays, he goes, oh, I would like a gift. No, he would pick up the phone like he's on the phone, and he would act like he's talking to somebody, like his girlfriend or something. And he would be like, "Oh yeah, well, I didn't get that. I didn't have time to get it. You know what? You could come get it yourself. I'm gonna just get you a gift card, and you could just come back and get it yourself because I gotta go, and you should have been something." Like he had a whole storyline. I'm not gonna lie, but it amazed me, and it worked because the cashier sitting there watching him the whole time on the phone because she has to watch him because she already ringed everything up, and she's sitting there looking at him ready to pay. And I guess he figured like, all right, so now he know he got her attention, and he did that. So when he asked for the gift card, I guess it didn't raise a red flag. She just hurry up, grabbed the gift card, and he acting like he's still on the phone. How much you wanted? 500? All right, can I get a gift card for 500? They'd ring it up, and it would tap, and it would approve immediately. Receipt come out, and I'm like, all right, cool. So we driving around all day. We just doing that, getting gift cards. We go to Victoria's Secret, this and that and the third. And it's all of these, like mostly these women's stores. It threw me off a little bit, but then he was just like, I'm telling you, bro, it's good too because these women's stores, guys always come in here and get gift cards for women because they never know what to get them. So I guess he just ran with that, and it just always worked for him. So we did that for the day. So now I had the phone. So now I was able to get my own card numbers. He gave me like this little website I can go on and buy my own card numbers. And I was doing that for a while. And it got to the point like I got greedy and I didn't want to stay in the store longer than I needed to. And I just left the clothes alone and I just started straight going for gift cards. So I just go in the store, straight to the register. Listen, I need 2 gift cards, 500 each, and they approve. And then I realized And then all of a sudden, my friend hit me up. My friend hit me back up, and he was just like, yo, I think I got a card that's glitching. Like, I've been using the same card for a week. It was just one card number. It was just so weird to me. And I was like, word? He was like, yeah, I'm about to send you the number yourself. And where I'm from, people don't do that. You know what I'm saying? If they got something going or they got a card that's going, usually they try to keep it to themselves. You get what I'm saying? They not really trying to share it because they feel like the more people they give it to, it's going to mess it up or it's going to make it stop working. So he sent it to me. I'm surprised. I'm like, oh, okay. And I go out and I'm using it. And he was right. Like, it was just like a glitch. It was just like any amount you could put and it would just tap. Any amount, and it was just tapping. And we ran with that for a little bit. You get what I'm saying? Until they caught on. And I guess they caught on. I guess whatever it was, they fixed it. And yeah, and then it was just over. Now we trying, nothing working. And then it just ended up dying out. You get what I'm saying? But it's a part of the game. Waves, they here today, they die tomorrow. But I used to have like these female runners, right? Like, basically runners like workers, basically. You get what I'm saying? But to me, they was just like females that was just around me that do favors for me time to time. So I got a little bit into the checks because, like I said, that was like my right hand. That was not my right hand, but that was like one of my boys' things. So we came together like, listen, you tell me a little bit about the checks and I'll let you know a little bit about the credit cards. You get what I'm saying? So we just sat down, exchanged information. And then I brought my printer. I brought my Laser Jet ink because that's the ink you need for the ATM to read the check. I got that. I got my little kitchen set up, and it was pretty easy. It wasn't like the credit card thing. Like just check. Like it was just so easy. Like I got all my supplies from Staples. I went to Staples. I brought a printer. I brought Laser Jet ink, and I brought some regular check papers. I didn't have the good one with the extra securities, but they was good. At this time, you didn't even need all this. That's the funny part. And what I was doing, I didn't need it because I wasn't dealing with the banks at this time. But so basically, I'm like, all right, cool. I did it the regular way, getting debit cards, finding people with debit cards. Listen, you want to make some money, drop the check in their account, clears next day. We go pull the money out together, regular check scamming. But I thought of another idea. I'm like, I couldn't really, at this time, I didn't have too many friends. I didn't know too many people. So it was hard for me to find people like with debit cards to put the check in. So I'm like, I got to think of a different way to make money off this. So I came up with an idea. I'm like, listen, I'm going to go on Craigslist. I'm going to post like a fake ad on Craigslist, like, listen, I'm starting a new company. All you need is a debit card. You don't need no money on your debit card. This is not one of those, give me your debit card with your money on it and I'm gonna flip it. You can give me a debit card with zero balance. I remember that was big in the ad, like $0. All you need is a card with zero balance and your state ID, and you can make up to 5 to 10,000. So I just tested it out. I'm thinking like, all right, I know at least 2, 3, 4 people gonna bite on the ad. I know it's people desperate to make money out there. I start with it. So I post the ad and I'm waiting for people. I'm waiting for people to reply, somebody to write me back. And I had this little burner phone because I still had the little Android phones laying around from the little tap and pay thing we was doing. So I post the ad on Craigslist. I wait to see what happened. And first day it was nothing. I think I posted like around 3 p.m. So it was midday, nothing, no response. I wakes up the next morning. I believe I had like 20, 25 like responses. Like people like, oh, hey, I'm interested, this and that and the third. And it's people that's from like states like close to ours, like New Jersey is probably like an hour from New York City, upstate New York, and you know people from around New York City. So I'm writing and I'm like, cool. So this is my first time doing it. So I'm just freestyling as I go. I'm like, all right, listen, this how it work. I got this business, this and that and the third. I got these checks. I'm running a multi-million-dollar business and this and that and the third. And I got these funds and they here, like it's available. I just need somebody just to help me move it from one place to another. And in my head, I'm like, this shit sounds sketchy as fuck. Like, nobody's going for this. You get what I'm saying? But I guess these people, they already know, like, it's something fishy. Like I guess in their minds, because when I started meeting them, it was to the point, like, not me personally, like when my assistant was meeting them, it was to the point, it's just like, yeah, like he was... Like it's like he knew what was going on. He know this is not legit. You get what I'm saying? And I'm like, okay, like.
But they're gonna make $2,000.
Yeah, you get what I'm saying?
They need $2,000. It's the only situation they're gonna be in where they're gonna make a couple grand.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So they ain't care. So I remember the first one I tried it out. They wrote back. I'm like, listen, I got this person on the phone. He just got to the city. I made the check. I took a picture of it because I told him to send his name and stuff. His address, put his name, address on the check, printed the check. I think it was like 5,000, some crazy amount to make him go crazy. It's probably like 8,000, 10,000. I remember it was just a crazy amount. Like, listen, we go split it, so it's enough for both of us. Take a picture of it. I sends the picture to him. After I send him the picture, he's excited. Now he see a check. He see his rail. He see his name on the check. Boom. So I make the checks. I give it to her. I tell her, jump on a train, meet him somewhere in the city, this and that and the third. And then she has some AirPods in her ear, I believe, and I'm talking to her so I could hear what's going on. I could hear him talking to her. And basically, like how I did it, she would go meet with them. They would go to the ATM together, or sometimes they will go to the teller, depending on how I felt like doing it that day. But usually they'll go to the ATM together. She'll drop the check on their account, and then she would take their debit card with the PIN number and be like, listen, we gonna contact you and such. We gotta hold the debit card just in case, like, you know, like you try to run off with the money. And so he wasn't comfortable with it. He was like, listen, I don't know you. I don't trust you with my credit card. I kind of figured, you get what I'm saying? And I'm like, yo, don't worry about it. She's sitting there going back and forth. She trying. I'm like, yo, listen, don't worry about it. Just come back. It's okay. So she get back. I think of another idea. I'm thinking. I'm like, you know what? I got this black box. Next time you go out, I'm going to give you this black box. After you make sure you the one that's putting the check in the ATM and give him back his card. But right before you give it back, just swipe the card on the black box. And we don't got to worry about them no more. So it worked. You get what I'm saying? She goes, boom, she did it. Took the check, ATM, swipe, because it's a little black box. It's portable, no wires. It's just You get what I'm saying? So it's easy that because people be like, oh, well, how I know people gonna say, oh, well, how he didn't see her swipe their cards because it's so tiny. You don't know, and then you so excited making money. If somebody he's standing behind her, he could see the screen to see what she's doing on the screen, but he's not even in his mind thinking. Cause at the end of the day, he's like, I'm gonna get my card back. At the end of the day, he's not thinking about her swiping a card on some other device. He focused on the check. You get what I'm saying, and getting his card back at the end of the transaction. So,
and she's got the PIN number.
And she got the PIN number because you need the PIN number to make a deposit. Yeah. So it worked out, and we ran with that for like 3-4 months, and it was just amazing. Like I had people coming down from out of state, from Boston, all types of. Now my ads look better. Now I'm paying to. I'm running ads for this, and it was just crazy. Like in my mind the whole time I'm thinking like they gonna come for me, like. Or they not gonna approve my ad because you know your ads got to go under review first, and after they review it, and they accepted. They accepted my ad even though it looked funny. All you need is a debit card ID. But
did you ever have anyone that's just like, how does this work? What is this job? Like, you know, that's just
of course
really is like just dumb, and they think it's legit.
I think they I was gonna say I think they know it's not legit.
Yeah, that's
like,
what you're saying. Most of the people did. But did you ever have anyone that was like showed up and thought it was legit?
But was trying to figure it out, like, I don't understand what's happening.
Or were they all just pretty much?
I did have some people that questioned it, but like this when I started learning, because in my head, like, I'm like, I don't, because I had to understand, like, it's different type of people in this world. Like I would never think, like, anybody would just be like, all right, this is legit. It's nothing. I don't see anything wrong with it. Like in my mind, I'm like, I know it's not. I'm not gonna run into anybody like that. But that's when I started learning. Like it's people in this world that's just that they just green. Like they just don't know any better. And it did look legit. Like and she didn't have any problems. Like at some points, like I was just sitting there like, wow, like they didn't ask you no questions. She was like, nah, they was just like, they ready to make money. They was like, they got their friends that's ready to do it. If this works out for them. And
are you paying these people their half?
nah, because you gotta think about it. We got the car, we got the money.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? So at that point, I ain't even need them. And I had somebody making IDs for me at the time. So like, if it was just a guy, I hit one of my mans up like, listen, I need you to go walk in and tell the teller and withdraw this money from me. And if it was a female, which that was what I was mostly going for, like if I have a whole inbox with like 50 people, I would just focus mainly on the female just because I had that right in front of me. I ain't had to go out and pay people and stuff like that, extra money. You know what I'm saying? Like the people I had, I could pay them whatever I want. So I just try to keep it like that. But yeah, but after that, after they left, it was just funny because they would call us, right? Like the next day they would call us. They'd be like, yo, the money available. You get what I'm saying? And I'd be like, yo, go to the city. Like we're about to go meet because they don't know we got the car. So in our head, it's just like, we got to trust them. They could just go run, take the money out. So it been times like where she's walking in the bank, the money is there, and she get to the teller and be like, I want to withdraw $5,000 from my account. And they'd be like, there's nothing there. It was just a withdrawal made like 3-4 minutes ago.
So they pulled the money out.
Yeah, so it been times like where I lost it, and they got to me first. You get what I'm saying? But
do you call them and say,
yeah,
hey man, where's my half of the money? And they just hang up on you.
They hang up. Some of them block me right after, or some of them would be like, we're just trying to fix like oh yeah, I had to run real quick. I know I was supposed to meet your assistant, but I couldn't make it. I'm gonna try to send you the money. I'll never hear from them.
You know it's over. It's over.
Yeah. So yeah, it was just one of those games. You win some, you lose some. But yeah, as far as that, like I made a lot of money. Like I said, like I can't sit here. I don't know how people like sit and could tell like how much money they made from one time to another time. But just from the numbers y'all hearing, y'all could just use your imagination. I could sit here and say I made $5 million. You get what I'm saying? Like I could say anything.
Like what do you like? What's Are you storing up money? Like, oh, let me save money. I'm building up cash. Or like, I'm in the hotels. Yeah, like, what's
the game I'm in already? I'm already using like I'm already using credit cards to like pay for hotels, like basically pay for anything that takes credit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Anything
yeah.
that got a POS system. Like, so with the cash, I was saving a lot, but it's just like after I save it, it'll be like a moment come up and I'll spend 20,000 one time and I'll spend 20,000 and I'll spend 30,000 one time. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And plus I'm going out every night. We hitting up bars. We hitting up clubs. You get what I'm saying? And then the bars is cool. I could use my pieces, but when you start going to strip clubs and you start going to places where you can't really use your credit card, it becomes a problem. Now I gotta come out of pocket, start spending money. But yeah, for the most part, I was definitely like maintaining. You get what I'm saying? Like, but trying to save, like I didn't have a goal. I don't I'm trying to get to right here. Cause like I said, like I didn't have anybody around me at the time. I didn't have no financial advisors. You get what I'm saying? I didn't have nobody to really tell me like listen, do this with
Might
your
want
money.
to put some of this aside.
Yeah, I never nothing about financial anything, financial literacy, whatever you call it. Nobody never told me. So anything.
So how does this whole thing fall apart?
It just died out after a while. Like they caught on Craigslist. It started with them like keep taking my ads down. And then my ads that I was running, that got shut down and that got put under review. So I just seen it collapsing. And then I tried to go on like other website and reciprocate it and I don't know. Like I don't know. I felt like it just died out slowly. Like slowly people started catching on. Whatever the case may it is. Or it could have been I just jumped to something else and then I just left that alone. Like, all right, I'm doing something better right now. I'm just come back to this or I'm gonna do this when I need to. You get what I'm saying? Cause that was a time like I didn't have anything going at the time. So I'm like, let me think of something. Cause I still got the pieces, I'm still got the cards, I'm still getting little phones here. But even anybody know part of the game, sometimes you swipe, it approves, sometimes you swipe, you get nothing. You get what I'm saying? So and then you gotta think about the stores, they catching on. I'm limited. I wasn't going out too far, so it's just like, dang, I didn't hit all of these stores like 5 times a piece. So you get what I'm saying? That's why I'm like, I'm gonna deal with the checks. I did that for a little. The credit card thing cool though, so I'm like jump back going to that. So I'm just everywhere at this place. You get what I'm saying? I'm just credit card one day. This day I got the check. I got this schedule for Tuesday. I'm gonna go do the checks here.
Do you guys ever get caught, like you or the girls, like get caught swiping the card on the box at all?
I'm not gonna lie, and I always said this, like no, like we never got caught like getting money, like for like it would
He
be
means like some customer going, whoa, what'd you just do?
Oh, like
what
at the register?
Yeah.
It depends.
Because listen, when I go to hand somebody my card, I fucking watch them.
Yeah.
When I go through Dunkin' Donuts and I hand that chick the card, I make sure she goes immediately, swipes it, and hands it back. If she were to go, oh, hold on, and duck down, I'd be like, no. I'd be like, something's up. I'd know right then. I always watch wherever that card goes.
I mean, yeah, of course. It's been a couple of times, you know, I ran into situations where and I felt like most of those situations, it was people that was from where I'm from. You get what I'm saying? Like they come from where I come from and they got their job. And I used to say this, right? I used to, like, especially with the females, it's like they was attracted like to the getting money boys and the guys that's getting money. So they already knew it. It's like they from the neighborhood. Now they got a job in Target and we come to their store like, listen, hit 3 iPads, 10 iPhones, 3 AirPods. It's just, and then she'll give you that look like you think I don't know what you're doing. It's just like I would figure you know what I'm doing. Like you get what I'm saying? But you go let nah, take it somewhere else. You not doing that here. We not doing that. And it's crazy. Like this is a part a lot of people gonna relate to because it be your own people, bro. And then I would go like out of town, and it's a whole different ball game. Like, it was just weird to me. Like the black people always gave me more problems than other races, Chinese, Caucasians, Indians was a little like giving me problems. Like they knew, but nobody really. I never really got questioned from anybody else except for like really my people that like knew what was going on. Like, and it'd be crazy. It'd be like, I know you dated a scammer before. I know you used to talk to somebody that was, you know what I'm saying? But I feel like it's more hate. Like I'm here working right now and I know what y'all doing. I know y'all scammers. Y'all running around my neighborhood all day, driving around with these rental cars and these Bentleys and Beamers. And it's just like, it used to be mind-boggling to me. Like in my head, I'd be like, why don't you just try to just get my number? Like why don't you just try to talk to me? Like you want to hate me already? As soon as I come up to the register, you rolling your eyes, sucking your teeth. Like, and it was just crazy. Sometimes I just leave. When I just see I leave, or I try to avoid them. I see them, and it would be 10 registers, and I pick who I think would, not go extra, because a lot of time they managers don't even tell them to do all of this extra stuff. It's like if they got the payment, the most they'll tell them check their ID to make sure the card match with the ID, and that's it. But for you to go over your job and doing extra stuff to try to protect a multi-billion-dollar company is so mind-blowing. It's so mind-boggling to me. And you not getting no rewards for this. They not giving you nothing for catching me. I understand at least it's like, all right, I gotta feed my family, and if I could stop this from happening, I'm gonna get paid for this, or like I'm gonna get an extra bonus at the end of the week. I could understand. I won't agree with it. I won't like it, but at least it makes sense. But it's just like you doing this for no reason. You're not gonna get fired because you did everything you had to do. Mm-hmm. You get what I'm saying? But
so when do you get when do you get caught? So like, I mean, when does this whole thing kind of wrap up and you end up, going to jail or getting caught, probation? Because I'm sick as a fucking dog right now.
I got you. But yeah, so I was at Dave & Buster's one day. One of my female friends, we in there going crazy, boop, 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 swiping, getting tokens and stuff, drink. And security, they come running out of nowhere. I guess I go get a shot of some alcohol at the bar. The receipt come up. I guess the lady, she looked at the card and the receipt. The last 4 numbers on the card wasn't matching, so she got security. They chased us out of there. They tackled me at the door. I end up getting locked up for that. They gave me 5-year probation for that, fighting it, but whatever the case may be. Come home, back to my credit card stuff after that. So one day I'm driving with my female friend, and a paddy wagon gets behind us. It's like the police vans, the 16-passenger van. So I'm just like, oh, they not gonna catch me. I'm out of here. They chase me around the whole Bed-Stuy, Brooklyn. They going crazy. I end up hitting a one-way, and they caught me. So it was over after that. They locked me up for that. I had the 5-year probation already. They hit me with a Class A misdemeanor. For reckless endangerment, fleeing a police officer in a motor vehicle. So came home from that. So now I'm on 2 probation, a 5-year and a 3-year. And
they didn't throw you in jail. You were already on probation. They didn't throw you in jail.
This New York for you.
Okay.
this New York.
Now you're on double secret probation.
You know what I'm saying? So they basically just took the 3 years and just merged it with the 5. So they just basically like, you got to do 5, but you have 2 open cases that you on probation for.
Okay.
It's a setup. You get what I'm saying? They setting you up because they know what you doing. They see what you getting locked up for, and they just waiting. So I guess that was their little trick because it worked at the end for them. So they let me back out. You get what I'm saying? I started messing with the rental cars, going to the airports, pulling out luxury vehicles, renting them out to people in the neighborhood. So I'm renting it from them with people credit cards. Then I'm taking them back to my neighborhood and re-renting them to people. Ran with that for a while. One day I go to pick up a Audi A4 at JFK Airport, and they was ready. You get what I'm saying? Give them my information. Lady looking at me crazy. She kind of told me, like, she gave me the eye, like, get up out of here. I didn't catch it realize what she was saying because I wanted the car so bad. I had somebody waiting for it already. And, you know, port authorities, that's the police that work in the airport. They come running in, lock me up. And so I got the 2 cases I'm on probation for. Then I get caught for this. So in my head, I'm like, all right, I know probation go at least put a hold on me, at least, because this is what they always do. I know they always do this. I get there, I get to the court. I go in front of the probation thing. They like, we're gonna wait and see what happened with your case first, and before we sentence you or put a hold on you. So I said, all right, cool. So I bailed out again from that case, and not even a week later, I was with my boy, and because they took my car at the time, so my boy picked me up to go pick up one of my black boxes. I had a black box in some restaurant in Manhattan, so I go pick that up. And on our way there, I picked it up. On our way back, we got pulled over by the cops, and now that's my 4th time, and I only been out for a week. Because I was sitting for like 2 months. When I got caught for the rental, I was sitting there for like 2 months, and after I was sitting in there for 2 months, and then I bailed out from that. So now I'm out on 3 cases, and then I caught the black box case. So when I was driving my friend's car on our way back from picking up the black box, they pulled us over, and then that's when I had to really sit down. Like, that's when I sat down. Now I got the black box case that they just caught me for anybody who missed it. And then I got the airport thing. That was the case right before that. And the 2 probation from the Dave and Buster's and from running from the cops. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. That's like 5 cases right there. So I'm fighting those cases. I'm going to court. It's so crazy because different buses every morning. They go to Manhattan court, Brooklyn court, Queens court. So every other week, I'm on every line. Like, we line up all together. So every week, I'm just on a different line. I'm just getting on a different bus, going to this thing. And Nassau came, rearrest me. That's Long Island. Long Island is Nassau County. They come rearrest me I was out on bail for Nassau already. So I had to go handle the case over there because I was swiping dogs and selling them, exotic dogs and stuff in Long Island, selling them. So I forgot I was out on bail for that case as well. So that was actually 6. So yeah, that was one of the cases I had to go back because Long Island is basically in New York. So yeah, I was fighting all these cases. And on top of that, I think it was Hertz came and they rearrested me because they were doing an investigation the whole time. So they came back and rearrested me with more vehicles that I was pulling out before, and the automotive detective, the car detective that work in the automotive, that work with cars, vehicles, they came, talked to me, listen, I got a deal for you. I don't know about your other cases, but for this case, if you could at least get us all the cars or tell us where they at, or if we can make phone calls, we don't want to lock anybody else up. Listen, if we can get all our cars back, Hertz said they don't want to press charges, whatever the case may be. So long story short, I got somebody to come up on a visit floor, like, listen, this car's here, call this person, go in my phone, and I got everybody name who got cars right now, saved in my notes, and and he did his thing. He found a couple of cars for me. I think it was like 1, 2 cars left out, and it was good. I went back to court. The detective was happy. And yeah, so I was just fighting all those cases. So I believe that was like 6. Whoever was keeping count, that's like, 6, 7 cases. I'm just in there fighting. My mindset is crazy at this time. I'm just, like, you could just imagine. In my head, I'm like, I'm never coming home. Like, I don't even understand how I'm fighting like 6, 7 cases, but I guess this is they setup, because if they would have sentenced me right from the first case, I would have just did that time and went home. But I guess this they system, this is the way it's designed, because anywhere else, I believe, like out of New York around that time, like even running from the cops, and stuff, I believe like those is felonies out here, right? If I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, you would have gone to jail for sure. Like
from like my first 3 crimes, you get what I'm saying? I don't believe they would have kept like, because I caught a crime in Virginia, you get what I'm saying? So I understand like the difference. Like they a little bit more lenient in New York City compared to out of New York City. But yeah, so I had to get a lawyer. Good thing I did have a good amount of money put away. I got one of the best lawyers in New York, and we was just fighting. Like, I'm talking about every week, court. And then that lawyer done made over $100,000 off me because he took every one of my cases. And I shout, his name is Daniel Garcias. I love you, bro. To this day, he got me 2 to 4 years, basically. And my first offer was 7 years. But he got it down to 2 to 4 years. Basically, it's a split bid. You could do 2 years and do the other 2 on parole. But if you in there getting in trouble, that's why they put the 4 year on the back. They'll be like, all right, we'll just take your good time because you really government property for 4 years, so we could really do whatever we want. We don't have to let you out in 2 years. You know, when you go see the parole board, it's kind of like that. So I seen the parole board. I locked up. You know, I got locked up. I went through the system. I went upstate, and I seen the parole board at 2 years, and I made it out. They approved me. You know, I was talking. I guess they seen like, all right, he's serious. He's trying to get his life together. I was making up my story for the whole month what I'm going to go say to them at the parole board, and I just went in there and just flew, shed a couple of tears and stuff like that, and it worked. And they let me go after 2 years. Came home, had 2 years left on parole. Yeah, and I got through it. I got into trouble again, but that's for another time. But yeah, I got into trouble, but I got through it, and I ended up beating all of those charges. And I have 2 pending lawsuits against the NYPD right now for those cases because I was falsely arrested. One of them, I was guilty of. It was a misdemeanor. I believe it was something petty that don't have to do with fraud. I was guilty of that crime. But the rest, yeah, I am suing them because they was assuming, because I was in a hotel, I was using credit cards and people information, and I got falsely arrested. And it wasn't even me because they thought I had checked into the room. And when they did the investigation, the court dates, it was just plain obvious. It was just a whole nother. It was a female ID. You get what I'm saying? It was a female that checked into the room. So it was an easy case. It was an easy case. They never really had none from the beginning. You get what I'm saying? I was just in the room at the time, and the charge they gave me, I guess it was a bad charge. Like they gave me the charge as in I was the one who came and obtained the room. Right. And that got thrown away because it was a female ID. Like, you know, they take a copy of your ID. It's in a system, computer. Yeah. It's a female. So yeah. So I got a lawsuit pending from that. What the other lawsuit I already got. I'm just waiting for one more right now. All right. So right now, I got my YouTube channel right now. I'm basically starting off like doing reaction videos right now. So y'all could tune in to there. It's Ghost Finesse 2 times. That's basically my name. I'm going on all my platforms. So that's any platform, Twitter, X, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, whatever social media I have. But yeah, I am posting videos on YouTube, reacting to people basically getting arrested for checks fraud, for credit card, anything dealing with fraud.
In the bank, and they come in, they're like, hey, they just told me that you're trying to pass a check. What? No, see, what happened is...
Right, and I'll probably pause the video and
explain.
Few of those. Yeah. Oh, that's cool, yeah. But especially what I'm doing like right now, just to start off, I just want to start somewhere, because I was constipating, like, what should I do for... I'm like, you know what, let me just start. Let me just put something out on the page, and then I'll just keep going from there. But I'll stop, give them content, like, this is what you shouldn't do. This is why. You get what I'm saying? So I'll just break everything down so they just not watching a body cam video. Are you kind of saying like this is what I think this person was doing, right? Also, and like, cause it would be times like like they'll be doing something and the cop know what's going on and the bank teller know what's going on, but it's not really explained.
Yeah, it's not explained, and then the person they're interviewing is trying to spin it. Right. No, see, what happened was somebody gave me a check. It's a friend. I met him at a bar. And you can stop and go, well, listen, here's what's really happening. Exactly. This person just went and opened 4 different accounts at 4 different banks. Right. They already know that. They have an inquiry on check systems. You know what I'm saying? You can start explaining it so that's why
That's
when
exactly what I'm doing.
as they're talking, you realize how stupid they sound. Like, come on, man, the cops already know.
Yeah.
The bank teller already knows. Stop it. Hey, you guys, I appreciate you watching. Do me a favor, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell so you get notified of videos just like this. Also, we're going to leave all of Ghost's links to all of his social media, YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, everything in the description box. Click on those links and go there and subscribe and follow. Once again, thanks a lot for watching the video. Please consider joining our Patreon. And if you're interested in being a guest, please go to our website and you can go to the Be a Guest page. You can fill out a form, leave a short video, and we will get right back to you. Thank you very much. See ya.